get you over. You like love sour, then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the Garden of Eden, and ever since then, my lying eyes are deceiving. You over. You like love sour, then you should come try my poison. She said, I grew up in the Garden of Eden, and ever since then, my lying eyes are deceiving. And there must be something wrong, 'cause I can feel her crawling around.
Hello. Hello. Okay, so my son stole the other microphone back. So we are currently having the microphone wars. Sneaky little bugger. So, good morning. Hold on one sec. Okay. Yes, my son stole my microphone back. The microphone wars have begun. Welcome to the last stream of the year. I would have loved to clickbait you, but a bad guy already did that. And then this morning, I saw somebody else had a stream scheduled, and it said they did the whole end thing again, but they said clickbait. So it's like, great, now everybody's leaning into it. So stealing my plans. Okay, I'm not quite sure what we're doing. Not yet, but I guess we can get started. Who gave me this? I think Maddie B gave me this one. The brand new Mr. T. Well, it's not exactly Mr. T skin, especially when you see it in proper screen. does not look like Mr. T at all. But over here, it's closer. Now, I would normally do like a year in review around this point, but we already did one for my birthday. You know, we did a whole week of review. So we're not going to do that. Hey, Yellow, what's happening? Good to see you. Saludos. Uncurb, good to see you. Rooster, excellent to see you, my friend. Hey, Askins. Yeah, I was getting my coffee. Hey, Ladylike. So, sorry about the extremely long introduction. But, you know, what's more important? Coffee or starting on time, you know. Yes, early Happy New Year to everyone. I will probably, most likely, be on tomorrow. So, it's not going to be like a long time before I see you guys again. But, you know, anyway, Haskins just released the prompt for the next build competition. And I kind of dig it because it's going to lean into what I've been doing here. I need a bed. Alright, fine. Guess I'll put a bed on the boat. I mean, it's nice to see everything at night and everything, but... And sleep till morning. Good morning, Ann Kitty. So good to see you. We're streaming on TikTok and on whatchamacallit, and YouTube this morning. Let me just check the... Oh, dang it. I did not log into TikTok. Well, that's gonna suck. Give me 1 second. There's an online revolt over Stranger Things, apparently. Maybe later. Okay, later? Bye-bye. Where's live? I am live. Creative tools. Live center. Completely forgot about this. Okay, live recordings, real-time performance, analytics. How do I see my chat? Okay. So, anyway, we are awake. You want to see the ship? All right. Well, this is one of the ships. This is the first one that we rolled off the line yesterday. This is one of the fishing boats. So we got our steering up front. You know, you can put storage and stuff down there. Where's the rest of the catch and everything? You know, little bins. And this was the first house I built. Now, I did a second version of this. It's in a darker color. So check this one out. Oh. I gotta fix that up. Not good luck. This boat has been through the wars. Oh. Right. Okay, 6. Yeah, this boat has been through the wars. Maybe because I forgot about this part here. But here we go. Anyway, this one sits lower in the water, mainly because of how I built the sides of it. I started moving in rather quickly on this one rather than going as far out. So it sits a little bit lower in the water and has a different setup, including steering wheel that is pushed out from the back there. Because usually this is where you have an outboard motor on the modern boats. And here's the thing with Ninjago. Ninjago is kind of a mix of the old and new. So I kind of found it suitable that maybe there's an outboard motor. This one is pretty fast actually. So we got all of our catch and everything here. This one is definitely a fishing boat. I decided not to use the side panels there and build up my own cabin. The original idea was to take the steering and put it in there, but the visuals from in here are kind of limiting. And then I needed more balloons to keep it to get out of the water a little bit more. There's less room on the inside there, but I kind of reworked the entire frame so it had the more traditional shape, so that, oh boy, why am I still going up? Stop that. Anyway, boat number 2. I think I'm liking this one a lot better, so I'm gonna have to do another one. There's gonna be a whole fleet of the boats in a little bit. Basketball player. I am only 5'8", so no basketball playing for me. No, please don't ask me to add you, because I'm on the stream, and usually I don't play with viewers unless I know you. Usually people I play with, hey Dirty, you're here. People I play with, people that I know. And it's for you have to kind of understand the difference between playing with your friends and playing with strangers, especially as a content creator. We do all of these really huge, elaborate builds, and we have to kind of protect them against randoms coming in and just sowing confusion and destruction just because they think it would be funny. So you will often get the response of no, that's not happening when you ask one of the streamers to add you. I mean, unless they're one of your friends already, then it's not likely that's going to happen. Oh no, hold on. Which one? Okay, so let's just take a look around here first, and then I'm going to head over to the fort. So there are 2 levels to this village right now that I'm working on. This is the main village, and then we have the actual fort over on that side. So there's slightly different needs. You have your basic Japanese houses, which is a copy of some of the houses we have on the island already. And here's a little pavilion for the village center. Got one of my first restaurants in. Still have to decorate it properly. There's supposed to be a second restaurant. We've got the tea house over there, and this was the tutorial version of the blacksmith shop. So I created this one specifically to showcase in the tutorial. So if you've seen the tutorial and you know how to build this, then this is the one that I created specifically for that. Of course, we have our dragon here. Let's fly the dragon over there. Why not? There we have one of our towers. This is based on Edo era. Come on. Ah! See, you don't fly, you lose the skill. You gotta practice. Can I not get it? I can. Come on. Oh, come on. Dang it, I missed. Completely missed. Oh well. Anyway, that was a nice bird's eye view of the town. I have another um, tea house over here, which is actually being redesigned as a main base. So we're gonna have all the workstations in here, and we exit out onto the battlements and a couple landing zones over here. This is the main blacksmith. Bram Ritter built this guy. Unfortunately, some of the parts came off, so had to retool it. And this is actually going to stay now. This is the first blacksmith that I created, so everything else that came after this was based on that piece. Over here, this is the tower I was talking about. This is the Edo bell tower that you can actually find in a lot of towns. There's usually only one of them. Well, not a lot of towns. When you search Japanese architecture, this tower will often come up. I'm still trying to get some shots of the interior, but have been completely unable to do that. But it's a nice feature to the town. Over here is what we actually get in the Shogun set, and Jaded Inventor, one of my friends, actually decided he was going to rebuild it using the Shogun piece, not Shogun pieces, the Ninjago pieces. So he swapped out every single piece in this from Shogun to Ninjago. I think he did a pretty good job, including adding the lights and everything, and taking it all the way down into the basement. So it's a lot nicer. Heck of a lot nicer. Oh, look, he's been decorating. You see all the invisible touches that happen when you aren't looking. Alright, so I guess we're going to be keeping that particular build. Okay, now on this side, we have the Destiny's Bounty, and I was trying to get a landing pad that it could come by and land at, but when the balloons are activated, it actually goes a lot higher than what you would expect. Domi, I'm in creative mode. In survival, you can actually turn on your flying mode as well. If you don't know how to do that, you should really look at your instructions or your settings. But you can come on down, and player fly mode is usually set to off. That stops for flying. You can turn on. So there you go. Now this is a spawn point for a chaos challenge. Doesn't matter what you do, you can build your village center right on top of it. It will always spawn. You'll always spawn. So you can't get rid of those. But I'm basing my entire military base around there. I'll always have a fight. So go figure. Okay, down here, I was more focusing on the warehouse and another restaurant. Because you come in, you're hungry, whatever. I'm just trying to build up the feel of it. So these are my docks. This is my boat building area. So you can launch the boat, and in fact, I can actually repair boats. I just have to figure out how to actually get it onto the platform, and then I can launch them again. But it's actually turned out to be a pretty good boat building area. I may have to build up a whole warehouse around it, but the thing about making your build areas more elaborate, is this really for TU? I don't understand. For 2U? I don't understand what your name is, so I can't even pronounce that. But if you can let me know what you're asking. Oh, King of Shadows. Oh, you built a platform as well? Wicked. I was fooling around with the parts, and realized I could get a more elaborate system going here. This was my original setting, and I was just gonna turn the upside down, but found a little bit more to play with. Okay, so this. Oh, right. Okay, so I guess the main thing over here. There are two things actually. Hey, LaBeefy, what's happening? And where is it? Oh, there it is. The Destiny's Bounty. Just hanging out. Now, I was saying the one thing that you want to avoid is making your build area too elaborate. If it's too elaborate, you will cause some complexity issues, and you don't want that. So let me just put the bed down. I can go to sleep. And we can take a look at the bounty. Oh, the on Ninjago Island, the grass does not go away. It's something that they may have to look at once they get back from break, because they're all gone for the Christmas holiday, and they're back in January. So, it may be something that's worth mentioning over on the Discord. But welcome to the Destiny's Bounty. You can go and put down. Oh, whoa! What happened there over on YouTube? Holy crap! Sherry, hey Sherry, so good to see you. Thank you so much for the Oh, actually, this is Oh, Opsman, so good to see you, my friend. My God, it's been forever since I've seen you. How's it going over there? Man. Okay, yeah, you guys, big shout out to Opsman. He's coming in with the Christmas presents, New Year's gifts, just a whole bunch of memberships. Sent 20 gift memberships over on YouTube. Thank you, Opsman. That is huge. I would try to be a little bit louder about this, but right now, my wife and kids are still sleeping, so the house is still asleep. So huge thanks to Oxman. Oh yeah, we are all cold. I'm wearing my hoodie today, of all things. Go figure. But all right. So the Destiny's Bounty. This is the one from the movie, and from one of the last seasons. So, I have kind of figured out the tutorial for this. There's been a couple of issues that may delay the actual tutorial for a little bit, because the team isn't available, and there's a couple of glitches that are happening. So it's kind of a little tricky to run into any errors at this point. Hey, good morning, Taz. But anyway, with this one, I can actually take a lot um, of what I'm trying to say here, inspiration, a lot of inspiration from in terms of some of the build. Like I'm here trying to get some of these low hanging pieces for the smaller boats. The best I've found so far are some of these really cool pieces that can be used. Are these the ones? No, that's Dago Domain. There were some specific boat pieces. This is the one. Right here. I was trying to use these little bumpers. But unfortunately, because of the construction of the boat, how it was built, those are kind of limited. So, still trying to figure out some of like the fine details. But I absolutely love how they've done this rail, even though it's a little complicated. But it's one of the features that is going to be probably one of the harder things to explain in the tutorial. But tutorial will be coming in the new year. I promise that. I already laid down the base over in Craftopia 5, so we're going to continue over there and get us the third version and this version to the tutorial version for you guys. So hopefully we can get a little bit of Ninjago, official Ninjago action for more people than just me and Haskins, or anybody else who's inclined to go ahead and just get it built right now. Now I did start my build on this, chopping jalapenos. They smell hot. Hey, good morning, Maddie. What's up? How many uh, how many thrusters to oh my god, um, way too many. There's Okay, let's go back to that ship in a second. Let me get back over here. This was where I started the next build, but then I realized that a lot of this was really kind of overcomplicating some of the build. So I've taken a big step back to where we can get try to find the right combination between doable and attractive, because there's a lot of stuff going on here which we really don't need. So I mean, when Lego is telling you to use these pieces in real life, it's different than what we can actually do here in Lego Fortnite. All right, yeah, so this is kind of our research center. Canopy. I do have a tutorial that teaches you how you can build this. So look for the how to build circles tutorial. It is on both YouTube and on Twitter. Sorry, no, on TikTok. And it teaches you, walks you through the steps on how you can build circles using using some pieces without being too complicated. And it's an exact method. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, right, I was going to look at the thrusters. And then we're going to go over to Craftopia 5. Oh, actually, I am lying. We aren't going to go over to Craftopia 5 yet. We're going to head back down to the... Oh, I lost my ship. I have to put a beacon on this thing. How can I lose a whole flying ship, you ask? Oh my god, this is a lady I work with who cannot say the word a. She can't. Okay, here we go. When she says ask, it's always ask. Any word that has an a in it, she completely mangles. I just got reminded of that. For some reason, I don't know why. Alright, so you asked about the thrusters. We got a ton of thrusters going on here. The main thrusters are 1 and 2, and these control the direction. In order to turn one direction, turn off the other one. So one, push it, and 2 of them activate at the same time. Will push you forward. We do have balloons that are activated in order to lift us to max height, and those are also aided by thrusters underneath the sails, underneath pretty much a bunch of areas, but we try to keep it balanced. So turn those off, turn the thrusters off, and the ship will begin to drop. Not like a rock. I used to have a little bit more control over how it dropped before, but I had to sacrifice one of the controls because we only have 4 controllers. But she lands. Oh yes, huge thanks to Ann Kitty, Rod. Who else helped yesterday? I'm sorry, my brain. We went into the expert world yesterday, and we got the dragon token, dragon statue. So completely earned that. Oh, I actually landed in a much better place than I thought I would. But that was the whole point of this anyway. The ship can land of almost pinpoint accuracy, but I can't get it up here because this is too low. Way too low. I did find out that I can actually have this, and then this will take me up to the height of the ship. But it's not exactly like a loading area. It's more like your action area. Load up. Jump off. Kind of like how the ship comes in during the episodes, and the anchor drops down, and then the ninjas come on down. Excellent, Maddie. We got it yesterday during the day. And Kitty was just like, "Look, come on, let's go. Let's finally get you your trophy." Because I've been over here busy with the builds. Okay. So I think that's it for this world so far. Well, that's it for Ninjago builds in this world. We will come back and get. Let's do a full tour here. We have the side windows. Same on both sides, and we have the ladder. There was a mantling thing we were trying to do to get up the ladder, but right now you can, with the fly mode off, you can just jump right up there. It's insane. On the inside, we actually cover these with posters, and still have to really decorate on the interior, but you know, it's basic. Up here we have the main steering wheel, but tell you the truth, I don't use that because there's too much going on, so you can't really see where you're going. You have a nice view, but not very practical. So it's just for decoration at this point. In fact, you know what? I should just get rid of it. This is not what I use. But we do have a grate looking down in here. We have balloons and thrusters in the back as well. So like there's thrusters all over the place and balloons all over the place because we need to have a certain amount of balance In fact, even inside this compartment, if you look up, there are additional balloons that are embedded in the roof, same as down here below deck. In the roof section, there's a whole bunch of balloons. You can't see it properly when you're down here because this is how we designed it. But those are activated balloons, and once those are activated, the ship is up in the air. Kind of had to plan through all of those bits very carefully to make sure that the ship is going to be balanced. The back, it was a big pain in the butt, and we just left it open because why not? But you can see some of the thrusters in here. The main set of thrusters are actually down below in the curved area, and that curved area is the kind of the powerhouse of the entire ship. That goes below water, and it holds a lot of thrusters. So that's been like one of my main contentions when I was building out the tutorial, because I can either have it full of bricks for some reason, or I can have it hollow and then actually have thrusters in there in the right placements. Choices. What happened? I was wondering if he has some balloons activated to keep it afloat. There's some balloons that are fully activated at all times. Now, I normally don't do this. I usually use thrusters to get it into the air. If you note, there are no activated balloons on this right now, but because I have it set up like this with my balloons already activated, it's light enough for me to get it up out of the water without using those activated balloons. So I can keep it at this height if I wanted to. And this gives me a little bit more flexibility in some issues. So I don't have to be like at that full height. Of course, it does tilt when it's doing this because it's designed to aim upward. We were trying to get up to the monastery. So definitely we have a bit of a lean. But redesign that a little bit, and then you can actually just get it to go directly up. It just depends on what you're aiming for. My aim is the monastery. So my whole point is that I'm not fully dependent on the balloons to get into the air. I can get into the air without those additional activated balloons. Those activated balloons are just to get it to a certain height and to keep it there. That's it. The natural height for this is on the ground. Well, in the water. Oh boy. I do not have a reverse on this one. And I think this is shallow water over here. I don't like how that water looks. Oh, that looks really shallow. Really, really shallow. We'll know in a second. Look for the foam. I gotta put up markers. Yeah, that's not shallow water. Okay, good. That's a relief. I'm gonna have to put up some markers to show where the shallow water is. But okay, yeah. So that's it for over here. Let's take a bit of a trip back. Cheeks outfit is now available. What is Cheeks? Alright, so we're gonna travel back down to the island. This is not the island. Icelandia. The island. Yes, here we go. I've been building a lot this year. I mean, like, so much. Sometimes you have to take a bit of a step back. We actually, there's this dude I met on TikTok yesterday. Not yesterday, but a couple days ago. Who has a fantastic build. Did this blackbird. So I had to go back into one of my old worlds. I was trying to explain some of the flying dynamics. He has this fantastic looking blackbird jet, and the way that he was treating it was the dynamics of flying was like the old method. Like, you know, we were in 2013, and that doesn't work for everything. And like, having activated balloons to go up and down is like the most basic thing that you can do. This is something that is the basic level. You take your balloons, put the seat down, add some thrusters. This is like the most basic flying vehicle that you can get. You know, you add on your thrusters, they go forward. Then you have your turn. Most of you guys should know how to build this at this point. This is the most basic one. Set this to channel 4. This is, for me, this is channel 1. And this is channel 2. And this works for a lot of people. You can expand it a little bit. You can go ahead and add your chest on here, so you can go adventuring. This is enough for a lot of people. And for going into survival, your most basic mission. This is all you need. If you didn't know how to build this before, now you do. But it is what it is. It's just very simple. But this does not apply to everything. You can't just put those balloons and expect that to be good for every single ship. And I have seen a couple of ships, and not ships, but planes that have treated flight dynamics as this, where it's about balloons getting to a certain height, and then they're good to go. Now that does cause problems, because if you land on certain structures, it will go right through. Hey, Strifa, yes, Strifa Woodjar. Drago, what's happening? Right, so we actually went and looked over a lot of the flight dynamics. Because the big problem he had was that he had to go and rebuild his Blackbird with because he just used the balloons to take it up, and then when he tried to land, because he was depending on the balloons to keep it in the air, it crashed into the other build and completely totaled both of them, and it was not a great situation. When you're using thrusters to keep yourself in the air, it changes the dynamics of everything. I don't have those ships on this world, so I'll have to go and look at that. But it's one of the things I wanted to cover. Now, this is the DeLorean. I've been building up all the different vehicles right here. So this is the big DeLorean. So we've got the big wheels here. This is a lot faster than the original one, and I had to rebuild this. There's, like I said, been a couple of issues getting to the next stage of the tutorial. And I've had to redesign a couple of things here. But this is what you're going to be getting at the end of your tutorial. You can go and build your own. Right now, I've gone and recorded most of this. The big challenge was getting the angle off of here. It was being problematic. So I have to now go and break all of this and rebuild it for the camera so that it works. Because, you know, it was just giving trouble. But now it's working again. But let's just say that I've rebuilt the top part of this about 8 times. 8 times. Oh, excellent. And Kitty, could you drop the link to the Discord? Strafa, could you join the Discord? We'd love to have you there. You come and show off your builds. Now, like I said, I've been building out these different vehicles, and this is the A-Team van, which goes rather well with my new guy here. I don't know if you guys know about the A-Team, but you know, it was a show in the 80s that we kind of grew up on. My favorite was always Mr. T, of course. B.A. Baracus. And when me and my friends played, I was always BA. So finally get to build the A-Team van. Here we go. We got Ford Shelby, which goes really well with some of the new skins. They gave us Pulp Fiction skins, which is amazing. But of course, we don't have Pulp Fiction skins in Lego Fortnite because of the violent nature. So we aren't going to get Kill Bill players either, which is a little disappointing. But we at least can have the cars. So there's the Shelby. Then of course this is Miku. Oh my God, not Miku. What is her name again? This car, I love this one. The hand is fast. Of course, I had to rebuild it after building my police interceptor. Oh no! Building cars is fun. I'll tell you that, especially when they perform like how you want them to. And this one took a lot of shaping. Unfortunately, there will be no tutorial for this one. This one was built just to see if I could do it. Call that an exclusive car. I wish they had it in pink. I would love to get this in pink. You know what? If they give us some proper pink pieces or proper red pieces, I'll do a tutorial for it. How's that? All right, let's see. What do we have? Yeah, so we have like multiple DeLoreans over here. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, friend Graveyard Boy is doing this massive Stranger Things build. He's got like a lot of really cool stuff going on. So hopefully he'll be back soon, because he's just moved into a new house. But I designed this. Well, actually, Haskins did a fantastic build of Hopper's car, and then when Graveyard Boy was in the middle of doing his thing, I was like, oh man, you need Hopper's car. So I took a little bit of inspiration from Haskins on this one, and scaled it down a little bit to make it more of our size, because the one that Haskins built is a lot more accurate, but it is bigger. So Haskins, thank you for this one. Of course, I can't even see it in the Christmas world anymore, but this one is actually really, really fast. I mean, it turns great, and I did build another version of this over in Graveyard Boy's world. So we have our little police interceptor here, Jeep, mountain Jeep, which of course led me to build this guy, the Crown Victoria. Of course, everyone knows what Crown Victoria is. I've got the computers and little radio gadget and everything in the back of the car, so it's ready to go. And of course, since it's a police interceptor, it had to be pretty fast. I think this can actually outrun most of the other cars that I built. I really made this overpowered, and it was designed to be overpowered from the get-go. Turns fast. I think it's got like 4 turning thrusters. And how to use a whole variety of slanting techniques on this one just to get the look. Because otherwise, they always end up like so boxy. Yes, Strafer, you can build tanks. Once you know that one technique, it opens up the entire world for you. Like you see the angle on the roof pieces here. This all came out from just knowing that one building technique. It's a circle technique. I recommend everyone go and at least watch the tutorial. Go ahead and scoff at it, say it's too hard, but at least try it out, and then you can see for yourself just how much you can build with just one simple technique. It will open up the entire world of building, the entire catalog. What's going on here? Oh no! I'm caught on the tree. Anyway, it's how to make the circles tutorial, and the only downside is that it does require you to have a couple pieces. You need to have one of the kits, the Supernova kit. If you don't have this one kit, you are kind of limited. So this gets this kind of an advertisement for the kit as well, but this one piece will change your entire world. This piece takes pressure plate, and pressure plate always goes to the angle, and it allows you to place it at that angle. But not only that, you can transfer it from this onto other pieces. It's a 15-degree angle. But the most powerful thing about this is that you can then take it and, using the angle that you just created, you can add on another piece. And that will also take another angle. You can continue this going in a huge circle, one after the other, after the other. Plus, it gives you a precise placement on right on the edge of the other piece that you just turned. So if it took this, for instance, there's a whole technique that's involved in this. You have to go forward 4 steps and everything, but it gives you a precise placement of the next piece on there, and it gives you like the perfect arch. Like I said, I use it all the time, pretty much every day, and this is the kind of angle. See that right there? That angle comes directly from using these pieces. So you want to build better? You're going to have to be able to at least get some of the kits. You know what? When I had the swivel, that's actually one of the first things that a lot of us did. We tried to use the swivels, and in some cases you can use a swivel, but it's seriously ridiculous. You don't have the level of control that you need, especially for that level of precision. And Katie's back. Let's see. Strafa, Maddie B, Supernova friendly first order kits. Yes. Those are the ones that I can really recommend over anything else. Oh, in case you didn't know, I was also building the Trans Am, which I got a little distracted by. Got to rebuild that entire bit there, but we're doing some pretty good shaping. You can do a lot of shaping. Okay, now I think we have to leave this world now. I'm going to head over to the plains, which is probably a mistake, because I was going to show Strafa the chopper yesterday, but the chopper has swivels, and that was disastrous. So yeah, the swivels dropped off. I'm still a little bit salty about that. Graveyard Boy, you heard your name, huh? Number one problem with cars is the size. Yes, it's the most fun thing on Lego. Okay, so we're back on the island. Where the heck am I? Oh, right. I just landed a Blackhawk, which is really way too small. But this one did not use any swivels. I have to do a full rebuild of this thing. Alright, let's see. Okay. So we got our TIE fighter. Okay, I know exactly where we are now. What did I do with this? Oh, right. I need to check something out. I noticed something yesterday, and I have to investigate. Do not do this. Yeah, okay. I guess it's still broken. Alright, move away. Move away. Okay, so the main reason that I came over here was that I forgot the swivels were broken. Came to show the chopper. You guys have seen this in some of my opening footage, and it's like one of the best helicopters I've built. But with the swivels broken, it's kind of hard to actually show. Let me see. Will this do anything? Nope. I gotta break a piece to make it move. What am I gonna break? Let's break this one. And this thing is like a whole mix of here we go. Oh, I don't have my up thrusters. The entire thing was controlled from the yeah, this is what controlled the upward movement. 6 of these guys, and it pushed it up. No swivels, no flying. That's sad. Oh well, that's one heck of a way to look back at the year. Everything that got broken. Almost everything. What the heck did Jaden invent to build? Okay, he was having a little bit of fun. Dude. Anyway, over here. Okay, so yeah, we were messing around with the Apache. I gotta come back and fix this thing. Swivels went crazy. We had swivels on this, and I'm surprised it hasn't melted off. There is I do have an Apache tutorial. You can check this out over on YouTube. And yes, the thing flies. We're also looking at the mechanics of my fighter jets. I believe one of them was broken. I think it was that one. But this is at the point where I had discovered, wait a minute, I don't actually need to see my guy. I can just pop him inside of a seat like that. And Bob's your uncle. And of course, this changed the whole flight dynamic. This is what I was kind of talking about with the balloons. No activated balloons are on this. It flies thrusters. It's a little bit more advanced flight, but it's a heck of a lot more fun. Especially if you want some kind of accuracy. Hey, Ari. It does require you to know what's going on with your jet. But you can pull all those different kinds of maneuvers, especially when it takes. The system is not perfect yet, but you know what? We're able to get some really good flight dynamics. And it's just, like I said, a heck of a lot of fun. So I have a whole airstrip this. Let's see if we can get back over there. Where is my airstrip? My airstrip is on the other side of the island. Right there. Alright. That's the mission. I think we need more forward thrust. Ah. Like I said, still very experimental, but alright, so I'm gonna come back to that and I'm gonna power it up because they did change how balloons are, and I think I may need to add one more balloon to that. Yeah, they've changed how the thrusters and the balloons work. And once they do that, it's changed pretty much retroactively. So your old ships are going to fly differently. I'm kind of scared to go check out the X-wings now, especially the X-wings that use swivels, because that's not going to be fun. So anyway, we have the airbase over here. What was this? Oh, okay. Jaded Inventor having fun again. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. Is this one of the early models? I think it's one of the early models. Yep, it's one of the early models. You see the kind of chaos that happens? There's my VW van. Such a cool build. I absolutely love this thing. The wheels are gone now. Thank you. Little transport van here. Transport truck. There we go. The wheels are also gone. Wheels are gone. My God, the glitches. This is a fuel truck. So you can have some fun with pieces. Once you have the kits. My eyes are open too much. Yes, I do know Trailblazers. Ann Kitty is answer that. Thank you, Ann Kitty. There's a difference between crying and eyes being watery. I do have bright lights in my eyes. Blinking is for amateurs. What are you talking about? Okay, this one. Where are my thrusters? I don't see. This one looks a little different. Okay, which one are you? I'm going to have to start numbering these things. We got the balloons in the back, not in the side. This may be one of the early ones. There we go. Okay. This may be one of the later ones, actually. We're gonna have to go and spend like a month on these guys again. Try to get reacquainted with them. Something happened. I'd spent like a month building this entire thing, but then I got distracted with some other build. Maybe it was a new release or something. Your first instinct will be to, whoa. Use the button. Don't use the button. You will destroy everything. And I do mean everything. Just use balloons, a lot less destructive. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. I was in the middle of building the F-35. That's where I stopped. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to come back to this. This was a lot of fun. I really liked the flying here. Now, it would be funny to see him try to move one with the other. It's 9:43. Oh, yeah, I do have a pickup. And I think I built most of these guys. Well, two of them live on stream. So the F-22 and the I think I did this one live on stream. Yes, this is all Fortnite. Oh, I remember now. The Simpsons build came out. These little Jeeps, by the way, these are from Jaded Inventor, and this is kind of what led me into my new crusade on building cars, because these are nice and small and zippy. There's like a lot going on with this little Jeep. Kind of reminds. This is like based on the Willys design that they used for the, I think, First World War. And it kind of drove the Germans crazy. Because the Germans, this is like fast and replaceable. While the Germans had peak engineering, but their Jeeps were a lot harder to replace. So, Jaded Inventor did a really good job on this. It's an amazing job. Plus, he was able to build like 16 of them in a space of a couple hours. Go figure. This is, of course, from that game. The game that opened up so much. What's it called now? You know the game. Oh my god, I'm completely blanking. That was a joke, but then I'm completely blanking again. Anyway, this is the Warthog. And I was supposed to do the Pelican next, but then the Simpsons game came out. And I'm distracted. I get distracted. Okay? So, yeah, Simpsons came out. Oh, hey, there's my flatbed truck. Now, the Jeep. See, like, we have a ton of these Jeeps around. Ah, and there's my motorcycle. Yay, motorcycle. No swivel involved. just... Is that another Jeep? That's another Jeep. You got Jeeps all over the place. Yeah, we got choppers. Choppers. Alright. Okay, TIE Fighter. Let's see what you got. Right, enter from the back. Yeah, this is all part of my new era of discovery. Where's my... Really? That's the best we got? Okay, this was one of the experimental ones. 4, 3. To try to control the roll. I'm gonna have to go in and actually experiment with this off screen. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let me exit this world. I'm only gonna come back once this is actually all fixed. So, sometime in the new year. Oh my god, the B-2 bomber. Oh! B-52? Sorry. I would actually like to build one of the flying fortresses. That would be awesome. Okay, I guess one of the last things I really should look at is... Nick, we did a lot of Star Trek stuff this year, but some of it was on swivels. I know some of it just got destroyed. Completely wrecked. Beachside Boulevard. Okay, Streffel, when are you going to be building your Blackbird? You are building it right now. And you want me to build a Ford F-150? I just built 2 of those. I don't think I have access to that world right now. Oh, the Lego mode is extremely deep. You can get so... You can go so deep into this. Oh my god. This is just dealing with vehicles. I mean, when we're dealing with construction, if I don't have time to show you the Lord of the Rings world right now, but you can get super deep. You build your own games, for instance. It's not just about building with what they give you, but now with the new classes, you can go ahead and build out. Oh, let's see. There's my little helicopter. Is that going to work? Okay, that swivel is out. Oh boy. And there goes my swivel. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Swivel is now gone. Dang it. Stupid swivels. So, if you have any doubt at all, when I say that swivels are broken, let this, be a reminder. When I say swivels are broken, swivels are broken. Okay, let's walk away from that. Let's just walk away from that. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yes, I do have to rebuild the jet. We got our circle techniques down. A little private jet in here. And yes, it does fly. Of course it does fly. Oops. There we go. Better. Thank you. So there's our entire cockpit. One pilot. And yeah, I found that these bathroom doors, these stall doors, well, they don't disappear, but so yeah, we have like a lot of swivels in here, not swivels, thrusters and balloons in specific places. This takes a surprising lack of balloons, by the way. There are only 4 vertical balloons inside here. So if you look at this entire section right here, there's like 3 or 4 balloons on this side and then on this side as well. So the balloons are in the wall. And those keep it vertical. The rest of the balloons are in the roof of the plane. So if we can actually get up there, you'll be able to see. We got, see, a couple of thrusters there, but then we have, balloons strategically placed. And those are mainly there to lighten the load and to keep it vertical. So you really have to understand your balloon science. Unfortunately, this one only has this like 1, 2, is this 3 or 2? 3 balloons in here. I think it only needs 2. But because this doesn't have a swivel because the swivel broke off. And I'm not trusting swivels at all right now. But you can see the value of having the thrusters here, because the thrusters is what will work to get it into the air and to move around. Once you can move around, you're good to go. So we're going to find my yacht. We're going to close that because we have 5 minutes left. There's the yacht. And I'm going to do something bad. I'm going to do something so bad. I'm going to land on the yacht, which did not go very well last time. We have lag over here because the ship is so big. It has its own complexity zone. So it has to render out. Can I land on it? Can I make a landing? Come on, stick the landing, stick the landing. Watch the ship completely explode. This is my villainous yacht. by the way. Touchdown. Come on, we can do it. Yes. I think it's going to stay like that. Okay, well, enough of that. The modernist actually helped me to decorate the rest of the ship. I built the entire thing, and then she came in and, you know, made it into the villain's lair. So, with an eye to world domination, of course. So she did a lot of the decoration here. Actually, all of the decoration on the interior. So we have the hidden whatchamacallits, display case. This, of course, has reached complexity, so nothing else can be built in here. If I break something, I have to drive the entire ship. But she decorated the bottom area too. This is one of like my best builds of 2025. So I wanted to show this one. There's like a lot more going on underneath. We have the galley. Yay! It's a pretty nice galley. And then the crew rooms are supposed to be right there. But this one takes us down into the bottom of the ship where we can see all of the thrusters and balloons that help to keep this thing together and to help make it move. And yeah, we do need a lot of thrusters. It's a big ship. There's a lot of weight that we're dealing with. Plus, it's in the water. So things get a little, you know, complicated sometimes. Here's the back of the ship, back deck. You can come on down and go into the guest cabins. The second version of this, I made some huge improvements. Yeah, that's the boiler room. You don't want to go in there. And then we can head on up to the bridge. Not exactly the best place to put a helicopter, by the way. Obscuring the bridge. Up here we have the hot tub. And to tell you the truth, I built this hot tub. I built this boat so I can have the hot tub. So that I can come and sit in the hot tub. That's the only reason I built this entire ship. Here's the bar. And then back here is the villainous bedroom. Villainy will happen. So see, my bed. This is my boat. I had a blast building this, by the way. And some people were actually able to use the tutorial to build their own. I did use the glass, the new glass from the first order kit. So thank you, LEGO, for providing more awesome glass. But you can see this is a combination of Supernova and first order. That's mainly Supernova. There we go. See, here's the front of the ship. We're finally able to get, oh, yeah, missing piece. And of course, it moves. So I know somebody is going to ask if it moves. It's 10:01 now. Oh no! Oh my God. Okay. Well, Kaboom has a stream going right now. We are going to go for a quick sail. Where is my? There it is. Oh my God! It actually still moves, and the helicopter needs to be nailed down. Okay, so maybe this is not exactly the best time to go for a sail. This takes some time. Nope, those aren't going anywhere. So I gotta turn the whole book around. I have reverse on this. That's gonna take a while. Anyway, I'm the Mad Puck 66. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me this morning with our end of year stream. We have lots of really cool stuff planned for the new year. So I hope that you guys will come back and join me and the rest of the gang. You guys have a safe and happy New Year, New Year celebration. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the new year. I'm the Mad Puck 6. I stream every day from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Usually when I have to run off to work, but since this is the vacation, I don't have to. So the what was it? I stream in live builds in Lego Fortnite. Sometimes I'm showcasing, sometimes I'm building. We have a lot of really cool stuff happening, and hopefully we'll see some new Ninjago stuff in January. Go and check out Kaboom, learn more about what's going on with Ninjago and how you can improve some of your builds or just your play. And remember to support the community. We are part of the Craftopia community. Some of the best builders on the internet. We are collaborative. We try to help each other and help the community so that we're all becoming better builders and sharing with each other so that you don't have to feel alone and deal with your friends who pretty much go like, you're playing with Lego. Yeah, forget those guys. There's a whole community here, so we're here to support, and just remember that, and join the Discord, join Craftopia, and I will see you guys in the new year. Where's my button? Where's the button? Oh, there it is.